Hi, I'm Cris. Welcome to a brand new episode of AkiOCD.
And I'm Jack. Welcome back, guys.
So guys, you know us already by now, and you know that we are not so consistent in the way we are publishing episodes, but we would like to improve that in the future. For those of you who are already familiar with our channel, a huge welcome back. For all new listeners, a huge welcome.
We hope you're doing good and we really missed you.
Yeah, sure. Would you like to explain about our channel to someone who maybe it's the first time that listen to us?
Sure, Chris. So, guys, for the first time listeners, let me say that, we started recording our first podcast on our previous OCD Geeks more than 2 years ago, I think, right, Chris?
Yeah, by now we have like at least 60 episodes, but I kinda lost the count of them.
Yeah, for sure, Chris. And basically at the beginning, me and Chris shared our passion for TV series and movies. We decided to actually cover a lot of interest topics on OCD Geeks related to our passions and about also mental health in general and how these two words could clash together.
Yeah, for sure. It's kinda the way that despite someone might struggle, in our case OCD and anxiety, but could be anything really, that is not a reason to not focus on your hobbies and passions. As we said always, is the best way to dismantle negative thoughts.
Yes, we covered a lot of topics concerning TV series and entertainment culture in general. Both recent series or not so recent series. Even this time we are here to talk to you about, a brand new topic.
Yeah, for sure. It's kinda new and it's kinda old at the same time because we are talking about the brand new Futurama series.
Yeah, it's like, even for us, Chris, it's a kind of our return as well, not only Futuramas.
Yeah, about us, it's not like 10 years because it has been already 10 years since the previous Futurama series. Back then it was 2013. And now we are here in 2023 that we are talking about brand new Futurama episodes.
But trust me, guys, it felt like a really long time as well.
Yeah, Jack, I remember that the very first Futurama episode, I watched it when I was an elementary school student. You know, time flies.
Yeah, sure. Even for me, I remember my early afternoon spent on the couch at my grandma's house watching the first seasons of Futurama, getting involved in Benders and Fry's stories and having lots of laughs.
By now, it's kinda implied that most of you guys are familiar with the Futurama series, but so if for someone is the first time hearing about Futurama, Futurama is an animated series that was created by Matt Groening, the same author of the Simpsons series. So you can expect a similar sense of humor, but the context is completely different. We are talking about the future, precisely like 1000 years in the future.
Yeah, Chris, exactly. I think all of our listeners will remember the first episode of the series where Fry, the main protagonist, gets completely hibernated after having to develop, some slices of pizza.
Yeah, sure. And you remember that we visited the Moon theme park. That was exactly a theme park on the moon, but he would rather go outside the borders to explore the real moon.
Yes, that's true, yeah.
There was like a mascot with something in the eye that resembled the classical movie that you saw, I think, on Mubi. Futurama is not exactly a kids series because it is meant for adults. It is full of references regarding pop culture, the geek world, science, anything really. You can watch it and just enjoy the episode for its contents, but also if you are going to spot all the Easter eggs and references. So if you are doing that, it will be a more satisfying experience.
After seeing this first episode of the 11th season, actually made me feel a lot nostalgic and romantic because actually and honestly I wouldn't have expected to see our beloved character again after so much time. Of course, our Futurama world, as we remember it, still belongs to a long time ago.
We can kind of say that we grew up both with The Simpsons and Futurama, so it's so nice for Futurama to be back.
Yeah, that's right. Even if, even the same 11th season is very focused on this passing of time and all the changes that has happened in the industry of entertainment and in the world in general.
Yeah, sure. Guys, you will not hear us talking anything too specific about the episode, because I think that for all of you that are maybe a bit nostalgic like us, we really don't want to ruin the enjoyment of seeing it. As a long-time Futurama fan, I was totally happy and satisfied with the episode because it's full of Easter eggs, both related to this huge time gap, 10 years without a new Futurama series. The focus of the episode, again, without being too specific, is related to this world that we are living also nowadays, that is full of TV series, streaming services, and I guess for all of us, we are subscribed maybe to several services. At least we are, because of our channel, AkiOCD. But at the end of the day, we don't have really the time to see everything that is going on, the new titles, the old titles, because it's literally impossible.
Yeah, actually that's a huge amount of material which is impossible to catch up with. And actually, one of the most important questions of this new last season of Futurama is actually about this struggling of keeping up the quality of the original series as we know it, with the passing of time, with the passing of the different styles of narration and writing, as far as the author change, and all the people that works in a global product like and in a cult like series like this.
Yeah, but don't be worried in the case of Futurama, because the quality is still high, and of course if you add to that the nostalgic factor, it's something that I have no complaints but only praising about it.
I think the underlying message of the season is that, the quality is gonna be good. I also appreciated the episode like you, Cris. I found it quite some meta-narration, of course, because they are talking about the TV series in a TV series.
You're totally right, Jack. The setting is future, but it's kinda a mirror to nowadays reality.
Yes, exactly. And I also noticed many influence of
The Simpsons and Futurama are the milestones of the animation meant for an adult audience.
Yes, they both were a special reference for all the TV series to come regarding these comedy animation products.
Yeah, for sure. So guys, for all of you that are listening to us from North America, the series is available on Hulu. That is kinda Fulu in the Futurama world. But here, guys, since both me and Jack, as we said almost every time, we are both Italian, in Italy, and I'm really not sure about other countries in Europe, it is available on Disney+. Actually, guys, if you're listening to us from the US, Hulu is not even available in Italy. It's interesting to see that different services have a different catalog according to the location.
Sure, and this variation in the name is not the only one, because has some kind of Easter eggs, we can say so. Throughout the vision of the episode, we see Fry checking the catalogs on the platforms, and we see many important and cult titles with different names, with slight variations on the names. For example, like our beloved Ted Lasso becomes Head Lasso.
Actually, Jack, you should even pause the episode to look that specific window on the television to spot all names and references, because there are so many that it's even impossible to notice all of them without stopping.
Another feature that we notice in this new Futurama is the use of a feature which was not so common back then. I'm talking about the hyper quoting that we commonly see nowadays in TV series, because you see every time you see an episode, you have many quotations about or references about another important product, most of the times on the same platforms, and it's something that when Futurama originally staged was not so popular.
As I said at the beginning, I think I saw the very first episode back in 1999, and it's possible that some of our listeners were not even born back then, kinda a millennium ago, talking to Futurama standards. So I remember that it was really a series speaking both to the present and to the future, since it was such an innovation compared to television and shows back in 1999.
Yeah, and I hope the new season will be able to do the same even after all these years, even this time.
So guys, did you see the series? If so, what do you think about the return of Futurama? Hopefully you enjoyed that episode the same way that you appreciate our return. I would like to ask directly to our listener if you guys are interested in hearing us talking about the brand new Futurama series in the future as well, with spoiler episodes, because Jack, Futurama is kinda following a traditional style since we will have a new episode every week.
Yeah, that's great, Chris. It's something we're not used anymore, but brings back a lot of good memories.
Yeah, actually, Jack, I like even more when there is a new episode per week compared to doing huge marathons because all the episodes are available straight away.
Yeah, me too. I'm really affectionate to that kind of division.
To close up the episode, I would like to invite our listener to check out our other shows that are AkiArcade and AkiLanguage World Tour. Both are available for the video edition on YouTube and for the audio edition on major podcast platforms. In details, AkiArcade is our channel dedicated to the gaming world and technology. Even though I love video game and Jack is more a casual player, I don't really have the time to stay so many hours focusing on gaming because, I also have a job and Jack as well, so don't expect from us to provide in a short time the latest and complete feedback on brand new games. But still, we are doing our best to keep up. By the time you are listening to this episode, just a few days later, it will be out our brand new video dedicated to Final Fantasy XVI, the latest installment in the well-known gaming series. Would you like to say something about the other shows that is actually the most recent one, Jack?
Yeah, sure. It's our last podcast in terms of time. We're talking about AkiLanguage World Tour, which covers our passion for language as a whole. And yeah, Chris, we should be back in learning languages because it has been quite a long time, away from the books and vocabulary and learning stuff. I think, guys, that we have some news and some interesting topics to talk about, even related to this, the different cultures and languages and anything related to that.
Yeah, but still keeping our unique style of podcasting. Don't expect something too serious like an academic podcast or something like that.
So guys, please put a like on this video if you liked it and feel free to leave a comment here below and we'll be waiting for your replies.
Yeah, sure, and if you have something specific, feel free to reach us on Instagram or via traditional email. All the references are in the show notes down below. Don't be shy and let us know your opinion.
Sure.
From the Aki Project team, we will see you again in 10 years. I mean, next week.
That's great, Chris. Yeah, guys, stay tuned.
Bye-bye.